Traditional underground communications, up until now, always required multiple networks in order to get their data to surface. So you had systems like leaky feeder, seismic control, autonomous control, your two-way voice. Those all required independent networks in order to get the information to surface.
If they wanted to do two-way communications, they had one simple VHF or leaky feeder system that doesn't always make it all the way to the work face. Rajant enables all of those systems to operate together over one network.
You can now track personnel, your vehicles. That data is then used for planning your maintenance, calculating your production levels, emergency situations. The Rajant network can alert the entire mine that there is a potential problem or fire.
The most dangerous part of a mine is the working face. Strictly using a leaky feeder system, you can get to a certain point. You don't reach the face because when you blast, you're going to destroy the leaky feeder. With a breadcrumb on the mobile equipment, that provides a hot spot right at the working face. When miners are working alone at the face, they have to check in every couple hours. Right now, the procedure is drop your parts, shut off your machine, walk back to where you actually do have communication and check in. Rajant can eliminate that using a hybrid model where you do not have to rip out the existing leaky feeder system. Miners at the face using a VoIP phone, presses push to talk, the signal goes through the mesh, crossbands to the leaky feeder, and then rebroadcasts through the mine.
Jamie Lashbell for Zach Doby.
Go for Zach.
Hey Zach, we're over on 2000 level right now. We're going to need some ground support. Can you send down some screen?
Not a problem. Can you please verify your location?
2000 level at the working face.
You have one network that's going to enable not only two-way communications at the face, but also bring in your seismic sensors. It's also going to enable your teleremote systems.
When it comes to autonomous control, traditional Wi-Fi systems have had issues transmitting high bandwidth video to surface. With the Rajant network, you now have that capability.
When you go to blast, the workers come up. If you have a semi-autonomous control of scoops and trucks, you can still move that ore and keep producing possibly 4 hours extra in a 24-hour cycle. Having a high-speed data infrastructure underground gives multiple possibilities of controlling fan controls, gas monitoring, emergency monitoring, traffic control, future fleet management. Another way Rajant can help a mine produce is post-blast reentry. There's a centralized blast. On surface, the workers wait for the gas to be dissipated. They send down one worker who's mine rescue trained with a handheld gas monitor, comes back to surface. The workers eventually get to their job. We have an automated way of doing that, which would speed up the process. It's a huge revenue gain. Another way a Rajant system would increase revenue at a mine is shutting off fans before the blast and turn the fans on immediately after the blast, clearing the gases and getting the workers down there that much quicker. Another advantage of the Rajant mesh is the dispatch system for underground. Using the Rajant mesh to get the ore trucks to surface in a more timely manner, getting other vehicles out of the way as the ore trucks will have priority going up the ramp. If you increase production by 3 or 4 trucks a shift, I mean, that's an amazing increase for any mine.
With Rajant's InstaMesh technology, as things change in the mine, you have the ability to scale the network. You simply just add a node. With the antenna technology that Rajant brings, now we're getting a lot of distance and a lot of coverage in areas that weren't necessarily possible before.
Traditional two-way communication systems are unable to track personnel.
One of the latest Rajant developments is Mesh Tracer. Bringing Mesh Tracer underground allows us not only to track assets, but also gives us a very powerful tool for emergency management.
Mesh Tracer is a tool that allows users of the Rajant Kinetic Mesh Network the ability to track assets using GPS and RTLS. Functionalities also include mustering and zone alerting, so you can tell when certain assets either enter or leave a location. So other capabilities include real-time messaging to people and other assets within the Mesh Tracer network. As part of the emergency alerting system, people on site can actually update the emergency management team with videos and pictures of whatever emergency there may be on site. Mesh Tracer allows the tracking of any 802.11 beacon on 2.4 gigahertz. So anything from a breadcrumb to tags that are Wi-Fi enabled can be tracked in Mesh Tracer. Assets can be tracked on the Rajant Mesh network without the need to actually enable an ESS ID access point for the client to connect to. Breadcrumbs in any 802.11 device can be tracked using existing Rajant Mesh network infrastructure. So during our research and development of mesh tracers, we've been refining the deployment methods to allow greater accuracy in the RTLS network, and are trying to develop new features such as direction of travel, dwell time, and proximity detection.
With the introduction of Rajant technology brings so many possibilities to the underground world that make us safer, that increases production, and brings a level of technology that allows for automation, for video, continuous and seamless communications between the legacy network to IP communications, creating a hybrid network. We're giving access to the network topside in real time for survey documents, for reference material, things that supervisors might need, checking email underground. Now is a real possibility without running fiber all over the mine. Teleremote and semi-autonomous drones and bots with LiDAR, enabled by Rajant InstaMesh technology, that give you a new range of visibility underground. There are so many things the Rajant network will enable that will improve the safety and the lives of miners underground.